This is not a graded assignment, but I have been waiting to do this since the start of this class, since I had this plan for this week. I'd like to hear what your stories are. I need a volunteer. Come on. Very good. Let's hear your story.
All right. Great. Once upon check. Good.
Yeah, you're good.
Once upon a time, Adam was living and growing up in New Jersey. Alright, once upon a time, Adam was living and growing up in New Jersey. Every day, he wondered, somewhat distressingly, if and where there was a lifestyle that was full of more ease, meaning, and passion. One day, he spoke to a college friend about her plan to pursue a field called naturopathic medicine. Because of that, he pursued more information about the field and applied to school for the profession. Because of that, he was accepted into naturopathic medical school in Portland, Oregon, where he also dually enrolled in the Chinese medicine program. Until finally, he began to live the life that he had always been curious about.
Once upon a time, there was a woman who dared to dream. Every day, she dreamed of a time and a place where people could come to be heard, to be included, to be treated with respect and dignity, and to have their health needs met and empower them to make positive life changes. One day, she discovered a website online for a school of naturopathic medicine, which held the hope and promise of her dreams coming true. Because of that, she enrolled at the National College of Natural Medicine and embarked on a 6-year journey to become a licensed and accredited naturopathic physician and Chinese medicine practitioner. Because of that education, she attained the skills and knowledge she needed to make her dream of helping others a reality. And finally, she opened her doors to invite anyone who wants to help and support around their health to come in and begin their health transformation. Welcome to my clinic.
Wow. Now we're starting to hear value propositions. Now we're starting to hear value propositions. Just not because I have a better sphygmometer. Is that what it is? That would work for that, wouldn't it? We gotta have a choir. We'll do sphygmomanometer to phenomenon. Anybody else? At least 2 more. Right, this side of the room, this side of the room, let's go back to this side of the room. Sure. Oh, do you mind? Yell really loud.
Once upon a time,
Outstanding.
naturopathic medicine started to enter the medical system. Every day, people go about their lives never realizing there was another option. One day, people had enough side effects of their costly drugs that never cured the cause. Because of that, they wanted to see an ND to work together to return to their natural health. Because of that, the people learned that they could live with a sense of vitality they hadn't experienced since childhood. Until finally, the people told each other about this other option, and health in society was as much a mainstay as NDs in medicine.
Super. One more from this side of the room. 2 more from this side of the room. No one is excluded in Michael's class. Give me a number between 1 and 10. 1 and 10. I was thinking 7. You get to go first. I can turn this off. Speak loud. If you can't hear her, raise your hand.
Okay, once upon a time, I went to NCNN. Every day I was a student. One day I graduated. Because of that, I finally got to see patients on my own, treat them with herbs, talk to them about their lives and their fears and their bodies. Because of that, I learned about humanity and I made some people feel loved or healthy or inspired. Until finally, I moved on to the next stage of my life.
Cool.
Okay. Once upon a time, Ellery lost her job as a biomedical field engineer and needed to find a new career. She wanted a career that nourished her rather than drained her. Every day she hunted for jobs in help patients find true health. Until finally, she became a fantastic doctor which helped thousands of people across the land.
Beautiful. Thank you. I hope in the result of that action, did you hear how you became more human? With the exception of bio-something regulatory systems, which I have no idea what that is, but my bioregulatory resulting work I'm sure will be good.
Talk to you about that.
Think about what we talked about today. Your value proposition is why they should come to do business with you rather than the person down the street. I'd like to propose to you today, we heard 5 very good reasons why I should come to see you and not the person down the street. Not because you're better, not because you're smarter, cleaner, brighter, wider, faster, all those ER words we use, but because I heard you speak from the heart. And in his book, Dan Pink, when he talks about selling, he says, lead with your heart, follow with your mind. What does that mean? This is a business guy. He was Al Gore's speechwriter. He's an attorney by trade. He's an attorney. Wrote some wonderful books. Here's a guy, as he says in one of his TED Talks, lead with your heart. I don't believe, I'm an American, we don't lead with our hearts. You know, he has an issue with. Here's a guy that's writing about business, about selling, about making people successful, and he says, lead with your heart, follow with your mind. What does he mean by that? He's a businessman. Lead with your heart.
People make decisions based on how they feel.
Make decisions on how they can lead with your heart. I want to thank you for doing that. I want to do a little exercise from your book that I like. So if you're sitting next to someone, I'd like you to form into pairs. And if you can just get into pairs, find someone next to you if there's enough. If there's an odd person out, I would like to pick up the odd person. If there's a single person out there who needs a partner, they can come with me. Some of you may have done this
Am I Rena?
the exercise.
I think I knew that. Somewhere back here.
Okay, here's what I want you to do.
I'm recording as well. For Anna. Yeah, nice.
Decide amongst yourselves, 1 or 2, who's going to go first. So just decide who wants to do this first. There's going to be a watcher, there'll be a doer, and a watcher. So decide whether you want to be the doer or the watcher. Take just a second or 2 to do it.
Depends on what
One's
we're gonna
do
do.
something, one's going to watch.
Why don't we do the first one? To do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have a doer and a watcher. Doers. We're going to talk to the doers only right now. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to take your dominant hand, the hand you write with. Your dominant hand. I'm going to ask you to, don't do it until I say go. Snap your fingers 5 times really fast, and with your dominant forefinger, write the capital letter E on your forehead.
Jesus Christ.
Write the capital letter E on your forehead.
So they can read it, or so you can read it.
Here we go. Ready? Go.
Go for it. Excellent.
Now, to her question, did they write it so that you could read it?
Yes.
Or did they write it so that they could read it?
She wrote it that I could read it.
If you wrote it so that the person looking at you could read it, you are leading with your heart.
Oh.
If you wrote it so that the other person, so that you could read it, you're looking inward. The test that is done, if you write the letter, so you got ahead of me there. I was going to say, someone's going to do it, and it's going to be you. It was developed by a psychologist that if you write the letter E so that the person looking at you can read it, you are outward focused. You are concerned about the other person. If you write it so that it makes sense to you, you're somewhat inward focused. And Dan's comment in the book is if that's the case, you need to start thinking about how you can do this so that you're in tune, what he calls attunement, with your patient, with your client. Next week we'll talk about buoyancy and clarity.
So you want to be in tune with yourself?
No. in tune with your client.
So if you write the piece and they read it, write that.
You're in tune with your client. You're more likely to be in tune. Now, since you all know that, we're going to reverse it just for fun. So again, let's just shake your hands a little bit. Everybody now. If you were the observer, you're now the doer. Kind of just think things through. Stop. On the word go, click your dominant hand 5 times. With your dominant finger, write the letter E on your forehead. Observers watch. Go.
But that's yeah, there.
That's more. Okay, let me pause it. And he's gonna do it like, did just because I told you so, you did it, blah blah blah. Something, I'm sure.